Pink margaritas.
I'll have what Yolanda's having.
Yeah. All right. Everybody ready for church with a 2-drink minimum? I wandered so aimless, I made mistakes. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. My life was filled with anger and hate. But then, love divine came to me like a stranger in the night. And what do we say? Praise the Lord. I saw the church with a 2-drink minimum. We are interfaith, interspiritual, God optional. Yay! What does that mean? That means that we honor our atheist friends and family who tell us that we really might ought to reconsider the idea that there's some old man with a beard sitting on a throne somewhere up in the clouds, wagging his finger at us, telling us what to do, giving us rewards when we pray the right prayers, and wreaking vengeance on our enemies.
His son is a bouncer.
His son, Jesus, is a bouncer to heaven. You can't get in unless you do the right thing, say the right magic words. Does he accept tips? We don't know. I guess we'll have to wait. But we are thankful. We are thankful to all paths, all walks of life, who emphasize and celebrate that we are divine in this human expression. And so, with that, I say, amen, aho, ashe, and blessed be.
Sacrament.
Lovely.
Thanks, Jesus, for the pink margaritas.
Holy sacrament.
Bore Puri Agafen.
Right here. All right. Well, we have got a lot for you today. We are very excited about sharing. But before we get started, I'm going to have Glenn come up because we were talking about a couple of things that we want to acknowledge, and we're just going to have a little moment of silence. So we're going to have Glenn come up and guide us through that.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Welcome to Church with a 2-drink minimum, y'all. Just as a way of acknowledgement and a way of beginning this process of being with each other and creating and acknowledging and bringing into our consciousness that we're in community.
Yes, we are.
We're in
Yes,
community.
we
We're doing this together. We are co-creating this together. Your presence is a known and felt space and power in this room. You're here and you're making a difference with what happens in this room. Amen. So with that knowledge, we can say we're sitting on unceded Lenape territory, the Indians that actually lived here for thousands of years. That fires are burning California, Montana, Canada, Spain, Portugal. That there are famines and wars all over the earth. And there's this too. So we are making that difference. Our response to the situations in Florida and Houston and the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico is we are doing this to make the world better. We are putting our actions together to build what we want to see in the world. And what we want to see in the world is more of you. Thank you for being here with Church with a 2-drink minimum.
Yes. We'll hear more from Reverend Glenn in a little while, but first we're going to acknowledge that Robert Alvarez, the psychic witch, who is a big member of our community, is on his way. Is he here?
He's here.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have Robert come up. He's going to give us a moment about meditation and blessing in reference to the month of October, because it is full of special, powerful energies. Come on up, Robert Alvarez. Yes.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Robert Alvarez. I'm also known as Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. And if you've watched any of my YouTube videos, you know that I'm also Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Plenty of lighting today. So Reverend Yolanda asked me to do this months ago, and I was agonizing over what am I going to say. And then I remembered that it'll all be perfect. I'll know exactly what to say at the right time, and here we go. So, thank you. So, our natural state of being is to be happy and light and vibrant. And sometimes we're not. And sometimes we get caught up in stuff. So, what I've been divinely guided to tell all of you today is to do something that resonates with you. At the very least, if you can do it every day and keep doing it every day, it could be journal writing, it could be meditation, it could be prayer. I'm a professional psychic, so I do daily draws, but there are days that I don't do daily draws, but I don't whip myself over the head with it. It's like, okay, I didn't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. So whatever you do to spiritually uplift yourself, whatever you do to have a closer kinship to yourself and to the divine, then just do that and make sure that it works for you. And with that, I wish all of you many blessings from the divine great mystery to you and yours of joy, riches, and success. Thank you.
Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. This month of October is a holy month. It is for many reasons. Paul reminded me that today's Diwali. Is that right, Paul?
No, it was a couple of days ago.
A couple days ago, okay. there's a lot that happens all over the world in different spiritual paths during this time. Especially powerful for me and Glenn is Samhain or Halloween. Because for many, many reasons, it's our New Year's. And also we got married on Halloween Day. So there are many, many blessings. We bring in the energy of blessing and love, and know that the circle of love that we're co-creating here in this room today is a powerful movement in our lives and in this world. What we do and think about and create on a daily basis is powerful in the world. And as Glenn would say, just be kind to 3.5 people a day and you'll be really good. Just practice being kind to 3.5 people a day. So I'll be your half if you want that.
But not 4. Jay said, but not 4.
But not 4.
Let's not go overboard.
Let's not go overboard. At least 3.5. So with that, we're going to take you into a little meditative chant. When you catch on, feel free to sing with us if you like, okay? Bargo de Vasyati Mahi Dio Yona Prachodaya
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Yevod Malchuto Leolam
So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful, beautiful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful, beautiful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. She's got the whole world in her
I feel wonderful.
Shema.
Now I feel wonderful, beautiful, so in God's hands. And now I feel wonderful, so in God's hands. And now I feel wonderful, beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad you joined us on that moment. Yes. All right, we just created that circle of love, which we feel settled in, grounded in. Yeah, that felt really good. And with that, I want to introduce you to the band because these are some of my favorite people ever in the world. All the way back in the back over here, who's waving?
Hi, Glenn. You know what that means.
My wonderful dear friend of so many, many years, great percussionist, great singer, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Freeman. My dear sister, reverend friend, Doreen Younglove, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Broadway, star of film and TV, this awesome person that has become a part of our lives, Adam B. Shapiro. And my dear brother from another mother, we've known each other for many, many, many years, done many, 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 many concerts together. He produces all of my CDs, which are over here. He has his own CDs of wonderful music, which he's going to share with us right now. My favorite song of his, Eyes of Love. Tell us all about it.
Hi everybody, welcome to Church and Drink Milk.
Freddie Freeman, everybody. I just thought you all knew. Anyway, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Freddie Freeman.
This song is in a different tuning. It's called Drop D.
Drop that D. Bring that D down.
Drop the D's in church.
So I was, for many, many years, one of those atheists that we talked about.
Yes.
I listened to Richard Dawkins, and I loved atheist thought, and I loved challenging all of the religious dogma that I found so oppressive. And then when Yolanda started to go on this journey many, many years ago, I also found a new way to embrace the divine and to embrace spirituality in a way that felt really nourishing and whole. So I began the same journey. It's affected my music in a big way. So this song is literally about how our thoughts create the reality that we see around us, and you will create a world of love when you decide to see with love. At the world I see, at the things both far and near. If I can look at them with eyes of love, it all becomes so clear. I have given everything I see, all the meaning that it has for me. Look with the eyes of love, maybe I can start to see. I am not my body, not my fears. I am not my anger, not my tears. Oh, 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 through the eyes of love. Look at all the people I have known. Some brought me joy, some brought me pain. If I can look at them with eyes of love,
ladies and gentlemen. Oh gosh. And so now we're going to hear from star of stage and screen. I love saying that because it's true. And he's been in so many wonderful things. Adam B. Shapiro is such a talent and such a friend and such a dear member of Church with a 2-Drink Minimum. I can't wait for him to blow your socks off with this song. Tell us all about it, Adam.
Thank you. You know, they always say you shouldn't live in the past. That's true. You also shouldn't live in the future.
Amen.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't think about the future. But if you're constantly saying, when this happens, things will be better, you're going to miss what's going on in the present. I used to live very much in the future. Well, someday I'll be on Broadway and then I'll be happy. Someday I'll have a boyfriend or a husband and then I'll be happy. Well, I still don't have a boyfriend. I've still never been on Broadway. And somewhere along the way, with the help of Freddie and Jay and Yolanda and Glen and Doreen, I learned that it's fine to focus on the things that you want in the future, but you still have to find a way to be happy in the present. And sometimes half that just means showing up. Showing up for yourself, showing up for your friends and your loved ones. And so this song from The Color Purple says it all.
All right.
That's not it.
But it's in there somewhere.
I like it.
What an arrangement. That's an amazing. There we go.
I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to love. I've got my sister. I can feel her now. She may not be here, but she's still mine. I know she loves me. I've got my parents. I can't hold them now. They may not be here, but they're still mine. I hope they know I love them. Got my house, it still keeps the cold out. Got my chair for when my body can't hold out. Got my hands doing good like they're supposed to. Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to. Got my eyes, though they don't see as far now. They see more about how things really are now. I'm gonna take a deep breath, gonna hold my head up, gonna put my shoulders back and look you straight in the eye. I'm gonna flirt with somebody when they walk by. I'm gonna sing, oh, sing, oh. I believe
I'm beautiful. And I'm Thank you.
Preach it, Adam, preach it. 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 Yeah. Oh my God. I
Fuck Broadway. Oh my God.
I just need a minute.
I need a minute too.
I'm McClellan.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing like the color purple to get you going. Huh?
Yes.
That's why we're wearing it.
Exactly. Purple is the color of the day. And so, oh my God, this cloud of just beauty, safety, love, and intimate relationships. That's what we're about, you know. We want to know you, so don't leave the room without, you know, saying hi and telling us who you are and all of that kind of stuff, because we want to know you. Yeah, and talk to each other too. Say hi. Well, let's just turn to our neighbor and say, hi, cousin, I'm so glad to see you. Where are you? So nice to meet you.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad. Hey. That's so nice to meet you. Okay, that's great. So, you know, and who are you? I don't think we met, have we?
This is Yolanda.
Oh, it is, it is. Oh, last time you were here, I'm sorry, you were sitting somewhere different. Oh, okay.
New friend.
New friend. Oh, new friend, lovely, lovely. New friends all around.
New friend to church with a 2 drink.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. So, with all of that love energy, let's turn our focus back to Freddy again, because he has another very special song from his album, Raise It Up, which absolutely blows me away, and I love it so much, and I wanted to share it with you. It's called Fallen Angel. Tell us about that, Freddy.
Well, it's once again a different angle on perspective on we have the power to make ourselves happy. It was a lot about what I'm Here is about. About realizing that we have everything we need inside of us to fly and to soar.
Yes.
We have the choice to crawl or to fly. And that's what Fallen Angel is about. Yeah. Fallen angel, lying broken on the ground, lonely and forgotten, feeling like your heart is drowned. Restless warrior, grounded from your flight, turn your thoughts again to soaring in the glory and the light. You can fly once more. You can rise above if you want to soar. Turn your thoughts to love. Fallen angel, you chose to rise, you chose to fall. Once again, the choice is yours. You can fly or you can crawl. Wandering spirit, choose to see with love in eyes. Forgive the world, forgive yourself. Spread your wings once more and you can fly once more. I love harmonies.
Oh, I love harmonies too.
I love harmony.
Who doesn't?
All right, so for this next song, I'm going to ask all of you to take your phones out and Google a picture of Deborah missing. Right? Yeah. Okay. From Will and Grace, remember? Like, so everybody's. Anybody got it? Anybody got it? It's very important to this song.
It won't work. It won't work without it.
It won't work without it.
It's the key.
It's the key to this song. So there she is, everybody. There she is. Okay. Well, the reason why she's important is because I call God by many names, and of course, Goddess, you know, God, Goddess, all that is, all of these. I call God Grace a lot of times, and you know, it just so happens that the name of my cat is Gracie, so I actually wrote this song for Gracie, but because she is God incarnate to me. But the other piece was we were rehearsing it, and Adam Googled a picture of Deborah Messing and started doing it like a you know, like a lighter. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. Okay? There we go. A little country too.
Because it's fun.
One, two, three, and there we go. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. There you're gonna get it. Here we go. Grace goes with me. Wherever I go, she goes with me. Sacred mystery. Wherever I go, grace goes with me. Wherever I go, sacred mystery. Wherever I go, her light surrounds me. Her love enfolds me. Thank you, Claire. Her power protects me. And the presence of grace watches over me. For wherever I am, she is. And all is well. Grace goes with me. Wherever I go. Yes. If you caught the words, you can sing along. Here we go. Keep grace high in our wavelength. 1, 2, ready. Grace goes with me. Wherever I go, she goes with me. Sacred mystery. Wherever I go, grace goes with me. Wherever I go, alright. Sacred mystery. Wherever I go, where light surrounds me. Her love enfolds me. Thank you. Her power protects me. And the presence of grace watches over me. For wherever I am, she is. And all is well. Grace goes with me. Wherever I go. Wherever I go. Wherever I go.
That just made me really happy. And that's why this is Church with the Two-Drink Winner. And not any other church in the world.
Here's to Grace. Will and Grace, everybody.
Now back on NBC.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
Wow.
Thanks for making that a special moment for all of us on the stage.
Great
All
to
right.
see all those Graces.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing now whenever you do this song in church.
Definitely. That was totally fun.
I want Deborah Messing to know that. Call her up, Adam. Let her know. We gotta tweet her.
Hashtag Deborah Messing.
Yeah.
Hashtag Will and Grace.
Yeah. Oh, we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that.
Bam.
All right. So, Glenn is going to come up here and give us a really crazy, fun message. In order to prepare us for that, I'm going to bring us into this sort of quiet place where we can really hear the inner voice, the voice that likes us.
Oh, that.
The hush of heaven holds my heart today. The in the stillness, there is hope. It lights the way as I travel far to my certain goal of oneness with love. Oneness with love. There is no doubt what my heart has promised me. Promised me. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Church of the Two-String Minimum Band. And now let's welcome to the stage Reverend Glen Ganaway. Okay. So, am I going to be your little assistant today?
Well, you can, yes. Once I get through with the. Okay. Once I get through with one, I'll hand it to you, and I will cue you when I want the next one.
Okay, sounds good. Well, then I'll just fan myself in anticipation.
Yeah, we're going to remove the causes, but not the symptoms. Because we do root things here, right? We want to get right to what's ailing us instead of managing symptoms. Good idea. Right? Don't you? Right? Don't you want to do that? Wouldn't you rather rip the root instead of pulling at the leaves all day long? I'm gonna help you do that. I'm gonna help you do that by talking about the things that we do most and often do the least well. In Buddhism, they call that less skillfully. So I want to help you remember how to manage your intimate relationships with more aplomb. Okay? And I'm going to do this in 10 minutes. Because normally I do this workshop in about 8 hours. But I bet you were spared that 8 hour. And sometimes I've done it in 4 hours. Sometimes I've done it in 2 hours, and I've even done it in 1 hour. But I've never done this in 10 minutes. So if I start talking really fast, just wave your hands. And I'll slow down. But if you've noticed, there's several of the songs that we've been singing today are from A Course in Miracles. Any Course in Miracles? Anybody know Course in Miracles? Yeah. Right. So excellent. So a lot of this stuff comes from A Course in Miracles. Hush of Heaven comes from Course in Miracles. So these are the 5 laws. I'm going to tell you about the 5 laws of chaos as spoken to A Course in Miracles. It's a really easy way to remember how we mess up intimate relationship. The 5 things that we do in our intimate relationships. I talk about moms, dads, lovers, brothers, sisters, co-workers, intimate relationships, the people that you have to deal with and want to deal with, and people that you love and care for. Why those are problematic relationships. These are the 5 things. You ready?
All right.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It's good to be the king. It means there's different rules for me than there are for you. It means I get to do some things and you can't do you can't do the things that I can do. Right? We know that in gender relationship. We know that in hierarchies and power dynamics. First law of chaos. It's good to be the king. Say it with me. It's good to be the king. Right? Rules don't apply to you, right? Because you got enough and everything. Everybody has to just manage you, right? That's a real problem with intimate relationships. So there's your first. It's good to be the king.
Or the queen.
Or the queen. The second thing is something that we walk around with all the time, but we don't think really affects our intimate relationships, but it is crucial in how we deal with other people's. It's what we think of. It's what we think of ourselves. It's who we think we are. Second law of chaos, sucks to be you.
You better get that straight.
You're wrong, you're broken, you're flawed, you can't do it right, you're not enough, you're too much of this, not enough of this. Sucks to be you. You bring that into your intimate relationships and you're going to mess it up. If it sucks to be you, who wants to be with you?
Yeah, really. True.
You're not a dunce. It doesn't suck to be with you. This is a law of chaos. This is a law of chaos. This is what we do in our own intimate relationships. Oh, please love me. Please say I'm okay. Please, please do this for me. Don't you, we all do that in some form or another. Don't do that.
Let's not
It's
do
a law
that.
of chaos.
X, no dunces.
I know. So what's the first law of chaos?
Good to be
Good to be the king.
What's the second law of chaos?
Sucks to be you.
All right. There's some people who've heard me do this talk before, but never in this rapid fashion, so they're getting like high on the cliff notes. Okay? Because I say these things all the time, but I don't often say it quite this way. So we've got up to the third law of chaos. Because you're so bad and wrong and flawed and wrong, you should be punished.
Oh, yeah.
And God is angry with you. You should be punished. You're just bad. You're wrong. You made mistakes. So those are the consequences, right? You aren't perfect, so therefore you have to suffer, right? That's the law of chaos, ladies and gentlemen. The second law of chaos, God hates you.
The third.
The third law of chaos, he hates you. I can't count. Third law of chaos, God hates you.
Oh.
And is mad at you, you've sinned, you've done these wrong things, and now you should be punished. And if the bouncer doesn't know you, your body's gonna be tortured forever. Okay? So,
That's chaos.
second law of chaos, God hates you. Third, I keep saying that. Third law of chaos, God hates you. God is angry with you. What's the first law of chaos?
Good to be king.
What's the second law of chaos?
Sucks to be you.
What's the third law of chaos?
God hates you.
Alrighty, we're moving right along.
Oh, Jesus.
The fourth law of chaos is something that you might. This is sacrilege. I'm about to breathe sacrilege and blasphemy.
You are.
And so just brace yourself. If you need to cover your eyes, if there are any children next to you, cover their eyes, because this is blasphemy.
Right.
What's this?
First place.
First place. It's a blue ribbon, right?
Yeah.
Competition is real. Is anybody competing to be you?
No.
What's the competition for being you? Does somebody else have your job? Does somebody else have your life? Does somebody else have your relationship? Does somebody else have your God? Are you competing? Do you have to be good enough? Win the competition? Reach the top mark? Do you have to check all the right boxes and be the right weight and live in the right zip code? I used to say, God, if I had more zeros on my zip code, I'd be happier. Just more zeros on my zip code. More zeros on my zip code. I'd be so happy. It's not true. There's no competition. Competition is bullshit.
Oh, he said it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know. I swear.
I have to win.
You win it. You win when you're you, right? You win when you're you. There's no competition to be you. There's nobody working at creating your life for you except you.
Yes.
You're the only one that's doing this, and you're the only one here, and you're extremely important. Like, Yolanda referenced 3.5 people. There's like 7.5 billion people on the planet. There's like 850,000 people that you will meet that are what,
That you're going to meet in your total lifetime?
yeah. So the odds that you're here and that the people that you meet are really, really slim for the amount of people that are on the planet. So you matter. There's no competition. No, you have what is in front of you to take the next step towards a greater happiness. There's no competition. So, what's the first rule of chaos?
Good to be king.
What's the second rule of chaos?
Sucks to be you.
What's the third rule of chaos?
God hates you.
What's the fourth rule of chaos?
Competition is real.
Y'all are fantastic. We're about to get to the fifth law of chaos. It's my absolute favorite. It's the thing that we do actually the most ubiquitous. All of these things are built on, and they lead finally to
Artificial sugar.
I know! Artificial sweetener. Carcinogen. That there is a substitute for love. I know, Jill, recognition. I love the recognition, right? Is there a substitute for sugar? No, I don't. I'm gonna take a drink of that.
Sugar!
No substitute for sugar.
They've actually started putting sugar back in Coke. We think because we live in hierarchies where some people can do things that we can't. We think that because we're not enough, that we can't have what we want. We think that we're about to be punished because we're not perfect, and we have to compete for everything that's worth having, that we might as well not even try. I mean, where are you if you're living in that world? It's like, oh my God. So he goes, I might as well not try for love, might as well not try for the real thing or the true thing or the one thing or the great thing or to be known, to be seen, to be heard, to be connected. Things that we're doing in this room right this moment. If you look around you, we're all connected. Everybody's having a good time. We think there's a substitute for that. We really do. And we settle for the substitute. We buy the marketing that says there's a substitute for love. You can get high enough, you can get beautiful enough, you can get thin enough, and you can put enough zeros in your zip code to be happy. It's not true. There isn't a substitute for love. Because there's no substitute for Yolanda. There's no substitute for what you have to bring to a relationship. You! It's you! You know who's looking for you? The person who's looking for you. And they can't find you if you never ever show up. Where are you when the next thing is happening? You're sending out your spokesmodel on like your errands and things like that. Oh, they would much prefer to deal with my spokesmodel than deal with me. No, actually, we'd really like to know who you are. Actually, there's no substitute for you. Actually, there's no substitute for relationships. Actually, there's no substitute for love. Actually, you are loved and cared for and seen and heard and known, whether you know it or not, because I know it. I listen to the voice that likes me. Do you? I listen to the voice that likes me, and she tells me that we are one, and I act like it.
Yeah! Everything that way, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Marty. All right, that calls for a dance. That calls for some dancing in the spirit now.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty.
Hey.
We're so glad you're here. Marty McNabb is here. All right, we're going to dance in the spirit now because we like that. Now, we sing this just about every time we get together, and this has become a standard. It's on my CD that Freddy produced. Right here, Reverend Yolanda's Country Gospel Kirtan Volume 2. And Freddy produced this amazing version of it that's like really world music, and it's so dancey and all of that. So we created a video, which Adam and Doreen are in, and we're going to release that video on October 30th at the Way Station in Brooklyn, in conjunction. Yeah, the Way Station in Brooklyn is a great bar.
My good friend owns it.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Family everywhere. Family everywhere. So we're going to have the party there on October 30th at 7 o'clock. We're premiering the world premiere of my video, Let Go of Grievances, along with season 3 of the web series I'm in called Skeleton Crew, where I play this really old school drag queen who is, it turns out in season 3, she's an assassin. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, yes. But you'll want to come join us for that party because it's going to be really fun, and that's October 30th. But the song is called Let Go of Grievances, and we're going to dance it up for you now. So Glenn, come on back up on the stage because you were the lead dancer in this.
We want you to dance with us.
Yes, we want you to dance with us. Gwen's going to show you.
Chair dancing
what
is
to
totally
do.
appropriate.
This is a chair dancing song for you. So,
It's kind of like YMCA.
Ish. We nod.
It's a nod.
Nod.
all right.
Oh,
Here
and
we
all
go.
those songs in Sunday school you had sung.
Yeah, Sunday school songs. So, call and response, a lot of you know it. It goes like this. I'll call my heart, my soul, my mind, my strength, and you respond.
Heart, soul, mind, strength. Show us your guns.
Just don't knock over your drinks.
Don't knock
My hands, my feet, my everything.
You got hands, you got feet, you got everything.
And there's a snap at the top.
I think it's optional, but
It's not optional anymore. It used to be optional, it is not anymore.
overruled.
I give to Holy Spirit to bring miracles and
And what do you do? When you
blessings.
lay it down, you just lay it down, you lay it down, you just lay it down. And what are miracles and blessings?
Jazz hands.
Spirit finger.
When I let go of
You
grievances,
throw them out, just let them go. It's like when you're tossing, hot, it's hot, shut up.
just a little bit of willingness
When you're at the bar, the guy at the other end of the bar, the gal at the other end of the bar, come here. Are you willing?
to accept
You
forgiveness,
accept forgiveness, right?
and we are free.
And you chains, right? We
are
are free. Right, break the chains.
Okay, and the second verse is miracles will come to me.
And what are miracles?
Miracles will come to me when I forgive the world.
And you're gonna take it from your heart, and you're gonna forgive
Forgive
the
the
world.
world. Okay, let's do it.
It's got a good beat.
Oh yeah. Get funky, get funky, get funky, get funky, get funky. Here we go now. My heart, my soul, my mind, my strength.
Heart, my soul, my mind, my strength.
Hands, my feet, my everything.
Hands, my feet, my everything.
My heart, my soul, my mind, my strength.
Heart, my soul, my mind, my strength.
Hands, my feet, my everything.
Hands, my feet, my everything.
Give to Holy Spirit to bring miracles and blessings.
Give to Holy Spirit to bring miracles and blessings.
When I let go of grievances, there's a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. Yeah, let go of grievances. There's a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. All right, y'all doing good. Second verse. Miracles will come to me.
Miracles will come to me.
And I forgive the world.
When I forgive the world.
Miracles will come to me.
Miracles will come to me.
And I forgive the world.
When I forgive the world.
When I let go of grievances, just a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. Yeah, let go of grievances, just a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. To the bridge. We are free. We are free. Let go of grievances, and we are free. We are free. We are free. Let go of grievances, and we are free. All right, y'all are doing good. Now we're going to do all the verses together in unison.
All together.
A 1, 2, ready, and
My heart, my soul, my mind, my strength. My hands, my feet, my everything. I give to Holy Spirit to bring miracles and blessings. Miracles will come to me when I forgive the world. Miracles will come to me when I forgive the world. When I let go of grievances, just a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. Yeah, let go of grievances, just a little bit of willingness to accept forgiveness, and we are free. To the bridge. We
All right, well, one more thing about the video release party. I just wanted you to know that actually the video turned out to be a momentous occasion because the only time I gathered 12 people together, ministers and friends of mine, people that I went to, activists, people that I went to One Spirit with, and the only time they were available to come together was August 12th. And I don't know if you know what happened also on August 12th, but that was the day of the Charlottesville riots. And we were very intent, we didn't know that was happening, but we were very intent that day on casting a circle of love. So we felt really excited that took place at the same time. So we'd love for you to see the video if you can come on October 30th. If you want to know more about it, sign my email list and I'll be sending out a notice to you. And we will all gather then. But, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take up a love offering. How about that? Yeah. We appreciate it. Anything you can give is always welcome. If you are able to give $10 or more, you can have a CD. Please do have one and pick it up, on your way out or whatever, and sign our mailing list here. But Ben is going to pass the hat, and we will sing a lovely song while he's doing that. Ready? All right.
Child, I acted as a child.
started a new tradition here at Church with a 2-drink minimum, and we want to hear from you. We were calling it Challenges and Triumphs, and what we mean to do here is to give you an opportunity to speak to what's going on in your life. And, you know, we're living in challenging times, and we want to acknowledge that. We want to hear from you, and we want to be supportive of you. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little sharing, if you feel like sharing. But what we'd like for you to do is share something that's been a fear or a challenge for you, but then share a triumph also at the same time. Because as we know, life is a strange paradox, and at the same time, you know, terrible things happen, beautiful things also happen at the same time. And so we want to acknowledge both the light and the dark in our lives. And to lead us off in this time of sharing, I'm going to have Doreen read something for you that I think you'll really get. Go ahead, Doreen.
This is an excerpt from Dune, written by Frank Herbert. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain.
Fear is a mind killer.
Yes. I will let it pass over me and through. So that's all about feeling our feelings, right? I want to share with you, I'm going to start and show you what I mean. But I have just faced one of my biggest fears. And that is wholly and fully embracing myself as a transgender person. And it's been a struggle my whole life trying to wrap my mind around it and what my parents expected from me and what my community expected from me, and you know, what it meant to come out as a trans person. And just today, actually, it can be dangerous. You know, just today, while we were getting a bagel, some person came up to me and started ranting and raving. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You know, like freaking out about my presentation. And I was just like, blessings and love. And that person just went off on their path, still screaming, oh no, oh no, oh no. And it's just really interesting. And that's the fear that I faced. So on Friday of this past week, here's the triumph. I stood in front of the judge in Manhattan court, and she declared my legal name, Yolanda Roger Anthony Mapes. So now Yolanda is my name. About that. Thank you. So we're going to turn the mic over to anybody that would like to share.
Except that I don't know how far this mic really doesn't go very far,
so
and the room and the room is small. My and just again to get things going, my struggle is that I'm a grand procrastinator. I am like a master procrastinator. So I'm struggling with trying to do that certainly better and putting my mind toward that. But my triumph is, because of what I do and the way I live my life, I have a once a month paid speaking gig at Unity of Norwalk beginning in January. They are hiring me to be their principal guest speaker. The triumph. It's just it's what I do. I don't ask for it. It just comes my direction. So,
Yes.
Who has a triumph and a struggle they want to?
Anybody want to share anything?
Anybody want to share anything?
I gotta think of a triumph first.
I know, the struggles come easily,
The
right?
struggles come
We
easily.
can talk all day about what's
I
wrong.
know, and
What's
we wanna-
going well in your life?
Yeah.
Can anybody want to share with something that's going well with their life?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Nunias, everybody.
I think the thing that I struggle with the most right now is I'm a witch, I'm pagan, And because the mundane tends to kind of overshadow everything, and I got so caught up in it, I've been away from my practice, and I can't help but wonder, did the gods think less of me for it, for, you know, not doing what I should be doing? And I guess that's a very human emotion, very human thoughts to go through. But on the flip side, I finally found my career, something that I'm so passionate about and something that genuinely fulfills me. And I am so, so grateful for that. So that's
What is it?
I'm a library clerk at my local library.
Books and learning.
And I'm trying to pick up where I left off in my education, to get my bachelor's and hopefully in due time obtain my master's, so I can actually become a librarian in the years to come.
Who else has a triumph and a challenge? Aaron? Doesn't go very far.
There you go.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm feeling really grateful for many things. I'm involved in you know, it's always a struggle to find ways to like express my creativity and with groups and personalities and this one and that one. There's a theater company I'm a part of, and I'm able to facilitate a play really that a friend of mine from my temple wrote. And I'm producing it at the Medicine Show Theater Ensemble in December. And just creating it and not sitting around waiting for it to be asked. I'm just facilitating.
Yep.
And it's really easy. I mean, there'll be little bumps and stuff, but holding equity auditions tomorrow, first thing.
I'm holding equity audition. Who in this room has said, I'm holding equity?
And for years it was like,
I've been to a fair few.
That's a great sentence to make. I'm holding equity audition.
That's wonderful.
yeah, I'm gonna buy coffee, like Dunkin' Donuts, for the actors. People warming up, it'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aaron Benderson. Anybody else? Within where the mic will reach. Not everybody.
Feel free to come up.
You can come up.
I'm
Yes,
just
you
kidding.
can come up.
Marty McNabb.
Marty,
Hi, Marty.
everybody. Hi, Marty.
Hello, everyone. So I know that Yolanda and Glen has heard this before, but needless to say, as an artist and creative and small business owner for the last 15 years, it's been a bit of a challenge. Talk about challenges. I know that there's always that saying that, you really don't need money to, get ahead. But it's a balance, I think. And if you don't have the money, then you need the support, a lot of support. And that's why I really love connecting to this group as I have over the years. But my biggest challenge over the last 15 years with my first company, Memories Out of the Box, where I help people with their photo and document archives, tell a visual narrative, is getting the word out about what I do, because nobody knows. When they're like, what the hell do you do? What? Anyways, getting that word out, and always doing it on a shoestring budget. So I finally ended up making a huge decision to get out of that position and welcome a change in the future, and what I have no idea what it's going to bring to me. But a month ago, I ended up selling my apartment in Brooklyn.
Wow.
And I decided to move into my future, which is to, at this point, to get an RV, a small RV, and to hit the road and to take my 2 businesses with me. And I have no idea what other challenges are ahead, but I am grateful for this next thing and being a part of your community.
The next YouTube sensation, ladies and gentlemen, Marty McNabb in her RV. Let me archive your family story.
Oh my God.
Narrative. That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm addicted to YouTube. Anybody else you want to challenge or try?
Claire.
I don't know if I should stand or sit.
The microphone only goes so far.
So I was debating whether to share because I was sort of like, I'm crying because so here I am crying. Yeah, it feels good and it also hurts, you know. But I think I've struggled a lot with self-hatred, which I know we all struggle with, but it's really easy to hide, you know. And yeah, it just pervades everything in my life. You know, I create stories of like, oh, that person was talking about me, or you know, my friends hate me, they're not reaching out to me, and like just this, I just create a lot of negative stories, and it's rooted in my false negative belief of that I'm bad, that I'm not good enough. Yeah, it sucks to be me, right? And I'm still working on it, and I don't know the solution yet, you know, I don't, except maybe just giving love as much as possible and trying to give it back to oneself, you know?
Amen.
But, you know, one triumph was meeting my partner, Brad, who, like, I prayed for him, I prayed so hard, you know, and I met him the next day after I prayed for him, and, he showers me with love even when I don't believe it in myself, you know? So I'm really grateful for him.
Everybody needs a Brad. Everybody needs a Brad. Marissa wrote a song about her partner. Everybody needs a Garrett. Everybody needs a Garrett. So, and they wrote a song about me, the greatest love of my life, which is my favorite song. But thanks for being part of our community. You're seen and heard, known and loved, whether you even feel it or not. So there, take it.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much. Oh my God, thank you for sharing that. It's so beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. It means an awful lot to all of us. So I want to bring to the stage the one and only Freddy Freeman, everybody.
Hello, wonderful sharing. So there's a wonderful segue here. Yolanda talked about her name change. And a couple years ago, I went through a guided meditation where a spirit guide gave me a box, and inside the box was a heart made out of gold, and it was glowing, and it was shooting out light rays. And I knew immediately that this was significant, and I asked the guide, like, well, how do I contact you again? This person, it was actually a representation of me, of course, in the meditation. And it said, sing my song. And of course I went, what song are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And the guide said to me, you haven't written it yet. So I knew that I had to write a song called Golden Heart. And I knew that that was to be my new name. So I want to say here, from now on when I come to church, I want to be introduced and referred to as Golden Heart.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yes.
3 times. Golden Heart. Golden Heart. Golden Heart. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first time I've claimed that in this space. So, and I need to start claiming it more. And I want to share with you the title track from the new album. It's called Golden Heart.
What are the odds?
So I want you to know that as I sing this isn't just about me. This is about you, because we're all Golden Heart. And as I listen to the challenges and the triumphs, like I realize we all have this golden light inside of us. And we often don't believe in it. We don't listen to that voice that likes us, right?
Right.
So I want to remind you that you're all Golden Heart, and I wanted to do this to the track today because I'm excited about the new sound. It's very pop. So, hit it.
Very pop.
I hear you crying from all the years of guilt and shame. I see you struggling, tired and defeated, by the gate. Underneath your fear there is a golden light, love. Under all your pain you are strong. If only you could see yourself the way that I see you, you'd find the one that you've been waiting for was with you all along. Golden heart, your love is stronger than your fear. Lift your voice, you have a song we need to hear. Golden heart, your love is divine. Golden heart, let it shine. Golden heart. I like that clapping, keep that going. I see you struggling to find forgiveness in a world that is insane. I see you begin to open up your golden heart and let go of the pain. I can see the light of passion in your heart. I can feel the warmth of love divine. I can feel so strong, the brilliant light in you. All you have to do is let it shine. Golden heart, your love is stronger than your fear. Lift your voice, you have a song we need to hear. Golden heart, your love is divine. Golden heart, let it shine. I know they told you you would never be good enough. I know they told you that you should be ashamed. I know that you felt worthless, that you were not worthy of love, but I know God loves you, and so do I. Golden heart, your love is stronger than your fear. Lift your voice, you have a song we need to hear. Golden heart, your love is divine. Golden heart, let it shine. Come on, let it shine. Oh yeah, let your golden heart shine. Let your golden heart shine. Golden heart. Justin Timberlake, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Timberlake. That was absolutely amazing. It's the first time I've heard that version. Absolutely amazing. The only tear I've shed tonight, you heard it first. Listen to that. That was the only tear I've shed.
Okay.
So how we doing, sweetie?
We've got 2 more songs and then we're going to wrap it up, but we got to do this one because this is on target and y'all know it. Y'all know it. And y'all can sing it. Okay.
Let's give it up for Golden Heart one more time. All right. We have to do this. Y'all know it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, hide it under a bushel. No, I'm
I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Take it, golden heart. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around this world, you know, I'm gonna let it shine. All around this world, I'm gonna let my golden heart shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. How about you, Doreen? Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Back to the beginning, and this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. It's a black. We doggies. Everybody say we doggy. We doggies. That's right. All right. So we are at the end of another Church with a 2-drink minimum. Thank you so much for coming out. Join us at the Way Station on October 30th, and you can talk to me more about that. Glenn and I have weekly meetings where we study A Course in Miracles every Wednesday night. We'd love to talk to you about that if you'd like to come. And our next Church with a 2-drink minimum will be November 19th, the third Sunday. They're usually every third Sunday. We'd love for you to come back and bring your friends and your mamas and your children and everything else. You can go to www.yolanda.net/church. And if you want to know all the details about the video, go to www.yolanda.net/letgo. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. We appreciate you coming out. And let's sing this song together. So many of you know this. Every time I close church, I like to sing my signature song because, in truth, we are the divine expressed as you. So, we are angels. Why do you feel so out of place? So out of touch with the human race? You don't seem to understand why a brother won't lend a helping hand. Why do people tear apart tender heart? Why does the nighttime seem so dark when your light shines inside your heart? We are angels, we are angels, and we're struggling to be tell me of the things you feel. You push away, then you pull me near. You tell me of your fantasies. I love the way that you speak honestly. Why is it so hard to love? Dream
struggling to be human. We are angels, we are angels, and we're struggling to be human. La 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 la
Thank you, everybody. Church with the Teacher in Midland.
Let's see how well you remember. It's not done yet. What's the first law of chaos?
It's good to be me.
What's the second law of chaos?
Sucks to be you.
What's the third law of chaos?
God hates you.
What's the fourth law of chaos?
Competition is real.
What's the fifth law of chaos?
There's a substitute for love.
Y'all pass.
Thank you guys so much.